For video 4 on fitness with Gerry, I want to review and teach you what I did earlier for my exercise session. For yourself, you can do exactly the same, or you can make adjustments depending on what your goals are. Maybe this can be a warm-up for your training session, or maybe you can repeat everything that we do 2 or 3 times, going through the whole cycle 2 or 3 times. First one is going to be for upper body, chest, shoulders, mainly the back of the arms, and a little bit of the upper back. And it's fairly easy for me. What I'm trying to do with this group of exercises in the beginning is I am trying to help recover from a workout I did 2 days ago, which was a push-up series, which we'll do in a future video. To help with the recovery, sometimes it's good to do the same muscle group, but with a light weight and just making it easy. What happens with strength training is you get what's called micro tears in the muscle fibers, and then the muscle fiber has to recover, rebuild, and it gets stronger. So I am still feeling the tenderness from that workout 2 days ago, and these easy movements will, as I said, help in the recovery. What I have is a piece of concrete that I made. It's got a handle and it's similar to a kettlebell. It probably weighs about 8 or 9 kilos, I'm not sure. So let's get started. Here I have a homemade workout bench, and here is my weight. So the first group for the upper body, starting right here, slight bend in the elbows, and the elbows and shoulders are slowly rotated, not slowly, slightly rotated inwards. So the movement coming back like this, stretching the chest muscles, and then coming back up, and then coming down towards the ribs, elbows are tucked into the ribs, and then coming back up. So that was my cycle. I did 10 of these. I won't do the 10 right now, just to show you as a demonstration. And then putting the weight in one hand, I brought my arm down and did presses. I did 5 for each hand, and I repeated that twice. So a total of 10 for each arm. And the good thing about only using one arm is that the opposite oblique, the stomach muscle, has to work to counterbalance this unequal weight on one side of my body. So that was the first one. Okay, and total time for this workout was about 20 or 25 minutes. One of the owner's dogs is at my door. Then I moved on to a leg exercise, which also included the shoulders. And I used this bench, but if you can see, it's very narrow and very unstable. So I need to be concentrated to do this and always have to be prepared if the bench is going to fall over. Because I'm talking and teaching, I don't have that concentration. I'm going to use a lower, it's just a stool, I don't know if you can see it, which you can use depending on your fitness level and depending on what you want. Now you're going to lose the weight because I don't have the screen to show you, but the first series was I have my arm straight above my head and trying to keep my arm as straight as possible, one line straight up to the ceiling. And this will also depend on how high your ceiling is. So with my right foot on the bench, right now it's on a stool, without jumping, lift yourself up and then rotating the shoulder and elbow inwards, I did a shoulder press. Okay, so I did 5 repetitions with the right leg on the stool and then 5 repetitions with the left leg on the stool. Again, trying not to bounce up. Arm is as straight as possible. I come down into a shoulder press. So 5 with each leg, and I repeated that twice. Okay, and then I went back to the chest workout, doing almost the same thing, but with a small difference. Checking, camera still rolling, good. So the first part of the movement was the same. Coming down this way with the weight, and then coming down this way with the weight, keeping the elbows tucked in, and then keeping the elbows at 90 degrees. I rotated at the shoulder. Came back up, trying to keep those elbows as close together as you comfortably can. And that's 1 rep. And I did 10 of these. I'll do 1 more. So arms are straight, elbows, shoulders rotated inwards. Coming down, elbows coming right beside the ribs. Keeping the elbows at 90 degrees. Rotating at the shoulder, coming back up. And continuing on for 10 reps. Repetitions. And then I went back to the legs, but this time I came up sideways. Where's the best place for the wire? Using a wire because there's wind and roosters and birds. So now I am lifting up sideways, which means the emphasis is on the outside leg muscles and the outside glute muscle. Same as before, trying not to bounce up. Arm is straight above the head. And including a shoulder press. And doing on one leg, you're also developing the muscles around the ankle and the knee. And also including a lot of focus and concentration. Okay, so I did 5 with each leg. And then I repeated that twice. So coming 1 foot, my right foot is on the outside of the stool, my left foot is on the stool, focusing right here, pushing into my left heel as I lift up. And do the press, rotating the elbows and elbow and shoulder inwards. Okay, so 5 on each side, and I repeated that twice. And then, okay, so the camera stopped, and I'm getting some mosquito bites on my feet. But it's a good thing because I noticed that the microphone was not attached to my shirt. And also I forgot to do part of the chest workout. That second cycle through, including that last movement, and keeping the elbows at 90 degrees and rotating at the shoulder, puts more emphasis on the lateral side muscles of the back. So that's the difference. After that series of 10, I again repeated 1 arm with the weight 5 times with each arm, and then I repeated that twice. So good thing the camera stopped, otherwise I would be typing on the editing program. So after that, that second time through the leg workout, I started with some lunges, and I had the back foot, sorry about that, I had the back foot on the bench, And whatever foot's in front is the hand that I hold the weight in. And when you're doing lunges, don't think about bending that front knee. Think about only bending the back knee. The front knee will bend automatically. The potential problem with lunges is when you bend that front knee and it goes past the ankle, you put a lot of strain on that knee. So just think about bending the back knee, bring it down as low as you can, and back up. And I also included a shoulder press. So I did 5 for each leg and repeated that twice. So again, the information, just think about bending the back knee. The front knee will bend automatically, and then a shoulder press. So 5 on each side, twice. And by now my shoulders are tired, so I finished up. I put both arms above my head and just did regular lunges. So bending the back knee as close as you can to the ground and coming back up. I did 5 for each leg and repeated that cycle twice. Now this, if you know cement, really easy to make. It was just in a bucket, and here I recycled some handles from 2 broken squeegee mops and just wrapped rope around it. Or you can use a rock. Let me come down here. Or a brick. Just make sure they're clean or wrapped in a plastic bag or something. Or if you're at a fitness club, you'll have lots of choices of the different weights you use. Or you might invest in something similar. So that was today's workout. Prior to that, I had done some stretching, which will be another future video, good stretches for the body. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.